Hey everyone, Ivy League Gaming here, and today we're playing Raid Shadow Legends, and I wanted to start doing a little bit of a showcase of Duedan, the Runic. He is a really solid champion for HYDRA. He's got a lot of utility, so let's look at that first. So what you're going to notice in this run is this A1 is going to come in clutch. 50% chance of removing one random debuff from all allies. So it kind of is like Doom Priest passive, but a 60% chance to do it. And you have to actually use the skill. So if he was stunned or something, it wouldn't happen. But don't gotta worry about that here in HYDRA. AoE with a shield and increase the duration of all buffs. And he puts taunt, strengthen, and counterattack on him as well. So he's a great mischief target. He also has a defense in all battles aura, which is helpful almost everywhere. So this is really fun because this is a lot of protection against the Head of Wrath, big smashes. Also increase in duration of buffs can really come in handy as well. This would pair really well with like a Duchess maybe, or Rector, Perfect Veil champion. I think you can extend Perfect Veils anyway. I hope so. Anyway, so let's see here. Yeah, but this is really a big key of this skill. And just, yeah, when the Head of Mischief comes out, this is key. But we are on the test server, guys, and unfortunately, along with being on the test server, the rotation's different. So the Head of Mischief and the Head of Torment are not in the starting rotation, even though they might be on the one you're playing right now, but it's all right. It's still going to be the principle of the thing. You're going to really see Duedan shine and be really helpful when the Head of Torment does come out, though, if he comes out. But right now, yeah, we're going to work with a pretty attainable team here. We've got Nia in here as well. I really wanted to showcase her again. And on the note of showcasing Nia a little bit more, I really just wanted to do a better job. I actually used her in a full auto team. On my last video I posted about Nia and HYDRA, and honestly I think she's really going to shine in a manual team. We've got this amazing A2 here, removes all debuffs from a target ally, heals them, and then if it's not her, decreases the cooldown of all target skills by 2 turns. So you can really control who she's going to help reduce cooldowns for, and like in this case Provoker Bivald will be perfect, but maybe if the Head of Decay is not out, we will focus the damage dealer. But because of this skill here, it really is strong to use her in a manual team. I mean, there probably is specific targeting depending on, like, I'm sure the AI, I should say, is going to target a specific champion, whether it be the leader or whoever has the most debuffs or whatnot, which I'll mention again later. But for the sake of this, I really think it's just smart to try to you know, do it manually and not have to worry about forcing the AI to do it correctly. So we also have a AoE decreased speed on the A1, makes her really great for proccing War Master masteries as well. I also have her with a Cruelty Blessing because of that, and AoE A1 really helps. And then Ally Protect here, Strengthen, is really good if the Head of Wrath starts smacking, but honestly I don't really need to use this skill too much because we have so much other protection with the other champions, so it's good. We don't have to worry about her being too squishy and almost dying with my crappy gear because, well, test server, new faction, we don't have much gear as far as accessories go, so it's not the best. But yeah, I really wanted to do a better job of properly showcasing Nia. I think she deserved a better spotlight, so we're going to pair her along with Duedan here, and we are going to rock some HYDRA. And then we have Bivald as our Provoker. Nia can reset his skills to make sure that Provoke is always staying up, right? And then we have Uko, and Ninja. I could put in Lydia instead. Actually, let's do that. Let's put in Lydia instead. I'm just going to put her in the same build I use her for Doom Tower. So this is still more than likely, if you've got all these champions, you're probably getting your Lydia too. I don't know. But either way, Ugo is fine as well. But you definitely want a good decreased defense champion in the mix, and she's a pretty solid one. So Mighty Uko still seems to be bugged when it comes to landing block buffs on the Head of Wrath, but we can do that with Lydia, luckily. And we're also going to do this on manual, not full auto, because even though I did the other run with Nia, unfortunately, I did it on full auto, but that didn't really get to showcase how good her A2 is. She has that cooldown reduction on a direct ally, and if we can choose where that's going, I think we're going to have a much better run. So let's get to it. I'm going to do a little bit of this run, then probably pause, and then pop to the end, but I want to talk through some of the stuff so you can really see all the synergies and what's happening here. So we could go right in here, but I think I want to lead with the decreased speed. She brings the decreased speed. We've got Mighty Uko bringing the increased speed. Lydia, I want to put block buffs right away on the Head of Wrath. There we go. So our damage in here is honestly Bivald and Ninja, which neither one of them have a ton of crit damage for me. Ninja is more about the burns. Bivald has a little bit of crit for me. Honestly, I would rather have him with 100% crit rate and extra crit damage, but my build's not perfect, so I'm hoping we can squeeze out enough damage. This is only hard, luckily. So let's he would be the head, so we really need this if Head of Mischief is out. But the Mischief isn't even out, so I think we're just going to take advantage of this and keep protecting our champions instead. And it also extends duration of buffs, so we can we'll see if we can extend ninjas as well. So alright, we already have Provoke up, so I'm not going to waste Bivald's A2 right now. We're just going to go in and boom, even bigger shields, more damage. Bivald's A3 hits pretty hard. So we like Bivald for his damage as well. All right, I want to make sure decreased speed gets on everyone. Come on. It doesn't want to land on the Head of Wrath, though. All right, so we did get some cleanses there. Did you notice that? I feel like... Or no, that was just... Okay, that was just because it kicked off. That was really strange. I thought it cleansed before, but that's not his passive. It's his active. All right, anyway, let's see if we get these provokes removed from the other two. Maybe we're just unlucky. I feel like it happened before his turn, like a passive, right? That was weird. Let's go. Anyway. There we go. Now let's get some damage really going out here. So, yeah, again, I'm just going to use... We didn't have any buffs to remove. So this is really hard keeping up. Alright, I'm already forgetting what I'm doing, aren't I? Shoot. Shoot, shoot, shoot. Alrighty, let's see. Nia, decrease speed, let's go. 1. But at least she is in Cruelty Blessing. I did get a 1-star Cruelty for her, so that's helpful. Alright, block buffs is not going to land on the Head of Wrath with Mighty Uko, so I'm going to put that up now with Lydia. There we go. Alright, and let's get his shields. Get some buffs up. I think I'm going to wait for Ninja's damage, honestly, on the next hit. But let's go ahead and get Provoke on the Head of Decay. Alright, so we wanna come back to that Provoke right away, right? So we could take advantage of Nia's A2. So we could just go, boom, you get your cooldowns decreased. Of course he gets provoked, though. Of course he gets provoked. That was the worst timing ever. I guess I need more resistance on people. Oh, hey, we're okay. We're okay. We would have come back to him before the Head of Decay went. So there we go. Right back to that A2 again. Isn't that awesome? Super solid. I really need to get Lydia. I really need to get Lydia's A2 up, though. Hope my Lydia's not missing gear. She seems slow. She was just provoked, though. I think that's all it was. All right, let's go. There we go. All right, let's increase. Oh, I didn't really need that. Only increased her. We have Lydia for increased speed as well, so it's kind of double dipping. All right, let's see if we can cleanse some things. Boom. All right, we cleansed the heal reduction debuff from Uko. That's nice. All right, let's go. Where we decrease defense a weaken. Let's get the decreased speeds on everyone more, hopefully. Refreshed 1. All right, so we do not have a provoke on. Oops. Perfect. I'll say we really need to land that provoke. All right, now I want to make sure block buffs is staying on everybody, so let's put that on him so he doesn't put that reflect damage up. Head of Wrath hits hard. That wasn't the best timing with our shields, but we did have the strengthen buff from Lydia. So do keep in mind Lydia has strengthen buffs, so if you are using Bivald as a mischief target, you can't have Lydia in the same team. All right, I'm going to keep taking advantage of this skill here with Bivald. I need to keep better track of whether or not he's going to be having his cooldown ready, but we're going to cleanse, heal, and reduce his cooldown. I probably could use it on ninjas sometimes too, but I'd rather just have the insurance. Oh, perfect, actually. He went. I thought the Head of Decay was going to go first. So let's actually do this instead. And then the other one is ready for next time. I love it. All right, I really want to get that decreased accuracy up there better, which was perfect. And his Duedan's A1 cleansing a couple debuffs again. Really comes in handy. Now this is going to be slow damage, because you could see time-wise, because I don't have a lot of big damage in here, just Ninja and Bivald. And Bivald, for me, isn't super... He doesn't even have a 100% crit rate right now, which I should do. There's that weaken on everybody, too. Alright, so let me make sure I'm not messing this up here. Alright, perfect. We already have Provoke on the Head of Decay again, so I'm going to save that. And that means maybe if Nia's skill comes back, I might use that on Ninja exactly if he was going to use his. Oh, almost. Alright, it's fine. Alright, but we got decreased speed back up on everybody. I like to see that. Let me get this. Block buffs back up on the Head of Wrath. And you know what? Let's get some increased speeds. I want to keep that up for sure. At least between Lydia and Uko, we don't have any trouble keeping up decreased speed. Alright, let's extend those buffs. That helps too. Alright, I'm actually going to use this. Shoot, we did just put the leeches, didn't we? Alright, I think I need it for Bivald. It's so easy to lose track of who you need to refresh the skills of. That's the only trouble. But yeah, you can see this team has really nice synergy. Bivald does decent damage as well, so if you can build him for some damage, it's really helpful. Even if instead of building him as a mischief target, just build him for damage, it's kind of nice. And all the War Master procs are really going to help. It's just going to be a little bit slower for damage as well. We do have Mighty Uko with Brimstone Blessing. That makes a big difference. But there's so many debuffs happening. This would be great to insert Kantra in here somehow too. Maybe if you don't have Bivald, you could use Kantra as your provoker. With all these debuffs that we have for everyone, you have no trouble keeping up the provokes with her passive, I think. Alright. Super easy. And we're always... Look, this provoke is always ready thanks to Nia. And then we're not having as many issues with debuffs because of Duedan's A1. It's a really good combination, so maybe our answer is use them both together. I like it. So I'm actually trying not to use Nia's A3 as much as possible, you're probably noticing, because it is an ally protect, which that's good, right? But I don't really need it. With this particular team, I've got shields from 2 champions, and my Nia is actually pretty squishy for being an ally protect champion, because I don't actually have her with the greatest accessories because it's a new faction. So, because it's a new faction, I unfortunately, well, we don't exactly have accessories, grinded yet. I could have on the test server been grinding way more often, but I haven't. That's just the truth. I have not been, so... It's fine. I'll be grinding more on the main account, so next time I get test server access again, I'll have some hopefully on deck. But yeah, I wanted to kind of do this. My first impression was to showcase just Duedan, but then I realized this is actually a perfect opportunity to showcase both of them. Not just Duedan. Let's showcase Nia and Duedan together. So even though this is a slower damage team and you have to do this manually, I still think it's really fun. It's really great. Now, I can't remember what I just did. I think I just used Ninja, but I don't remember where we are with Bivald, so I am going to use her A2 on him just to be safe. Alright, I want to keep this block buffs up on the Head of Wrath. He was about to lose it. I think we have decreased accuracy on almost everyone, not the Head of Wrath. Come on. Oh, no, that really doesn't land. Uko really still doesn't land stuff on the Head of Wrath. It's so weird. She has wrong affinity though, so that doesn't, or he has wrong affinity, so that doesn't help. Alright. Let's go, Ninja. Damage, damage, damage. Boom. Boom, that's some nice... There's those relentless procs. How many times did Ninja just go? Woohoo! Hell yeah, Ninja. That was a fun series of events. Alright, I'm going to take a pause here, guys, and I'm going to skip to the end. I think we got a solid team here, and we'll take a look at what we do. I actually wanted to point out something really fun that I just noticed after Nia used her A1. I noticed it a little bit, but I didn't really realize what was happening. Her passive, she heals everyone else based on 20% of her heal. So if she's healing from a leech proc even, she heals everyone. So she's really good to help provide extra healing on a team. Alright, and we are 20 0.4 for a 1 key hard. So as you can see, we already hit a 1 key hard with only 15 minutes in. And I've been going slow, I've been talking and explaining stuff. So this is probably a solid 10 minutes at most. 1 key hard HYDRA comp, right? For top chest in 1 key. So that's a really nice to see. But I'm going to keep going and see how much damage we can get out of this. Alright, well we didn't get a ton more damage out of this, but it got really messy. I had a really bad luck with one of the poison clouds and getting a champion devoured at the same time. And then, of course, because the Hat of Wrath is a strong affinity against our Reviver Uko, well, they took some extra slams because our timing got a little bit off for all those amazing shields and protection. And it got messy, so we didn't get crazy damage, but there's absolutely potential for some big damage here. So I do think this key would work out really well in Brutal and Nightmare, honestly. Maybe someone else besides Ninja for damage. For Nightmare, maybe, you know, Geomancer, or maybe, probably Geomancer if you got like Nightmare or Brutal, honestly, instead of Ninja. But overall, I actually think this could work pretty well. Nia constantly resetting Bivald was amazing. And then the times that the Head of Decay was not out, I was able to make Nia reset Ninja to do extra damage. So that was a really fun combo. And Duedan really did shine, helping to cleanse debuffs constantly with his A1. And then yeah, every time the Head of Mischief was out, he was a very easy Mischief target. So I do think they're both really great characters for using in HYDRA. So let's go now. Let's go and take a look at the builds. Again, we are on the test server, so I don't actually have these champions yet, but of course I hope to get them. I do have Ninja just in a basic Relentless set. Not crazy as far as tankiness goes. He was pretty squishy actually. But I was aiming for above 220 speed on everybody, 100% crit rate on him, yay, and enough accuracy to land, which he had no problem doing. Ideally, you don't really need a ton of crit damage or anything on Ninja because, well, it's all about the HP burn explosion, but I did try to get 100% crit rate just for sake of like the other skills doing better damage, and it's definitely seemed to help. Alright, so we have, let's see, so Ninja, of course, was our login champion. We have Lydia, who is our Faction Wars free champion. She's super good. Again, I really think you would have been fine using Ugo instead of Lydia, if that's your better answer. Or if you guys did the fusion and you had Moranix, she would also be great in here instead of Lydia. But I have Lydia in my build for Doom Tower, so she's built solid. But this is my Doom Tower hard build, so Lydia is not built to smack. She's just built to stay alive and be fast enough to go before the others, and enough accuracy to land all those debuffs and higher levels of HYDRA or Doom Towers. So that's where she's at. Pretty simple enough. And that is her masteries. Oh, I forgot. Sorry. Ninja. I do have War Master masteries on as well. So let's keep doing. We have Mighty Uko, who I love so much. I do have them in a Provoke set because the Provoke, what used to be called a Taunting set, the Provoke set really does come in clutch. There were so many times that it came in clutch that I didn't have to worry about Bivald's A2, which was really nice. And then the same thing, I had them built fairly fast. I changed out a piece of gear because I was able to, though I wanted to get a little bit more survivability on them. But this was I had Uko built for Nightmare HYDRA, so they were built pretty strong. But a Provoke set's pretty good. You don't really need them this fast. It's a little bit overkill. The nice thing about this team with Lydia, though, is I didn't really have to use his A3 very often because she kept up the decreased speed very well. That's something to consider, too. So that actually was nice because I was able to hold on to the revive for when I actually needed it. But really great champion. And then Bivald was our Provoker. He was also a fusion. I have him in a Reflex set. So that's just another chance to proc that refresh on something and not have to worry about well, to reduce a random skill cooldown by 1 turn, just help getting back to those skills more often. So that was really good. On top of Nia, it's just he's always gonna be able to provoke the Head of Decay. It was a really good combination. So he's a little slow. I did try to get everyone at 220 speed, but I would really have killed his HP if I did that based on the gear I was using. So instead I ended up just letting him be a little bit slow because we had the aura from Mighty Uko. But he's solid. I have him with War Master Masteries as well. I would have liked to get him oh, I did end up getting him 100% crit rate. Yay! But I would have liked to get more crit damage, that's for sure. I probably could have sacrificed whatever resist was around if I could. Because I didn't really get enough on him. But honestly, I wish I put more resistance on him. There was times he got provoked that made the Head of Decay cleanse because I wasn't able to... he got provoked by the Head of Wrath, and the Head of Decay was able to cleanse because I didn't put provoke on him. And Duedan didn't happen to cleanse or go in the right... You know, or was like, that happened after Duedan already went. So definitely want to get some resistance on Bivald if he's your only real provoker, I would say. At least like 250, a little bit more maybe, for sake of hoping that you have decreased accuracy on the heads as well. All right, let's see. So I had Nia. She's in my same build as my other video, if you guys watched that. That was a full auto build, but honestly, because of her A2, it really shines to have her in a manual build, because then you can choose whose cooldown you're retargeting. I have not tested enough to see if she always targets the leader or always targets whoever has the most debuffs or the least amount of HP. I haven't seen what her deal is yet. So if any of you know that 100%, feel free to let me know in the comments below. But I've got to ask around and see if I can confirm or just do some more testing while I have the chance. But she's in the Stalwart set. She is a Ally Protect champion, so I like to have that just to help her stay alive and take less damage from the big smashes. We have her with decent survivability, but not that great. I would much rather keep this at like 3,000 defense, 70, 80,000 HP, especially on someone who's an Ally Protect champion. And whenever I had to start using that skill, she died so fast. I just have crappy gear because it's a new faction. So same goes for my other, let's see. Same goes for our friend Duedan here. Super fun champion though. I just have him in basic gear, no special set. But he's solidly built to have good survivability, enough speed, and enough resistance to be the mischief target. So that's where I got him at for there. But yeah, I think that was a fun key. I didn't forget anybody, did I? Nope. That was a fun key. I was really happy to experiment with them, and that felt like a solid clan boss team that should have no trouble. You just have to make those decisions yourself and make sure you learn what to do and when to do it and why. So that's why I'm trying to explain things when I do these videos. I hope it's really helpful. But for now, I'll leave it at that, and I'll see you guys in the next video.